All right, see what's happening. Got a cool knife here in front of us today. This is the new Civivi Buttonlock, Elementum, excuse me. The Civivi Buttonlock Elementum. Now these are not out yet. This was sent to the pass around group for us to check out. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're checking these out on the pass around group. You'll see a few videos. I think Big Red EDC got his up first. There's a few others out there, I think. But this is going to be a super hyped knife, guys. It's going to be very popular. It's bigger, as you can see, than the standard Elementum. The overall length is 8 inches on it with a 3.47 inch blade and 4.5 inch handle. Blade thickness is 0.12 inches. Handle thickness is 0.43. It's nice and slim. And it only weighs 3.19 ounces. Another big change on this, guys. They went to 14C28N versus D2. Now, the Elementum has many different steel types available based on some exclusives and things, but that's an awesome upgrade in my opinion. I like 14C28N quite a bit, especially on a budget knife. So it comes in micarta, G10, carbon fiber as well. Not actual carbon fiber though, don't believe. Those are the Damascus versions. It's like that. It might be actual real carbon fiber. I don't think I've ever handled one of those. The MSRP on these guys is going to be $78. You'll probably see them closer to $66, $67 at dealers. Yeah, and they're going to come in this green micarta with a kind of a gray stonewash is what they're calling it. They're going to have a natural micarta with a black stonewash blade. You're going to have some regular stonewash blades. So there's going to be a lot of variants and options out there. Let me do some size comparisons since it is bigger than the standard Elementum. Let's get out the Para 3. It's going to be bigger than that, even with those bigger scales on there. How about the Fire Tack? Smaller than the Fire Tack. So there's an in-between sandwich there. And just grabbing the knives I happen to have handy today. That's the Main Street from Concept Knives. So it's a little smaller than that. So it's a good size. The Wii Scapio, I believe it's called. It's actually a new purchase for me. They're about the same. The Wii's a little bit bigger. And another one that I'll be doing a video on soon, the Concept Convict from Sheepdog Knives. And it's slightly bigger than that one. So it's right around the same size, honestly. Some size comparisons for you. I think it'll be a huge hot seller because it's not only a little bit larger version of the very popular Elementum. These are ground super thin, hollow ground to, I got a 13 thousandths behind the edge measurement, which is crazy for a production knife. And super comfortable handle, really great ergonomics on this knife. Just gives you a little bit more handle than the Elementum, which I really like. The one thing that's weird, and people are going to love the Buttonlock, right? Everyone loves Buttonlocks. The Malibu was one of the big selling knives of the last year or two. A lot of it due to its awesome action, right? Because of the Buttonlock. And they did not do a second D10 on this, so it just drops completely shut and opens completely easily. But they didn't add any kind of opening method but the button. So that's what makes this knife a little unique. Is it doesn't have a thumb stud or a flipper or anything like that. You have to just do that. Now, it's probably the most fidgety knife you'll have in your hands, but I actually think that's an oversight on their part on design. I think it should have had either a thumb stud or a flipper tab, or even a thumb opening hole or something, because this is fun to like fidget with and stuff, but like actually deploying the knife, I feel like would be more satisfying with a flipper or thumb stud deployment and then closing the knife with the button lock. Because I find I have to like hold my hand awkwardly. I shouldn't say awkwardly, but you know, I just feel like it's something missing here. Like you need that flipper right there, and it's not there. And then you have to do that. So I find if I hold it down here, works just, I mean, any way you do it, the button lock works really well. As you can see, I'm just sitting here flipping it. It's just drop shut smooth, right? But I found like most comfortable for me is just, see how I've kind of failed it a couple times, is just kind of holding it up here and using kind of the back part of my thumb there, the meat of my thumb, and opening it that way. But it's definitely going to be a huge seller. The Buttonlock's super smooth. I just wish it had a deployment method. I thought that was kind of weird when I first saw this come out. I was like, I still want to check it out. So they sent it out to the pass around group. Like I said, there's been a few people ahead of me on this, but I think this will be a huge seller, especially for under 70 bucks. It's got the same deep carry pocket clip on the Elementum. Nice micarta handles. It's really nice. It's a good size, really ground thin, nice good size blade, nice jimping. I mean, everything about it, it's just like I feel like it's missing the flipper or even thumb stud. I'm not a huge flipper guy anymore either, but there is no opening this knife, not even like two-handed opening. I guess you can, but you have to push the button anyway, so what's the point? So yeah, it's good. It's fun to open, fun to fidget with. I'm curious why they didn't do a flipper tab or something else on there. I think it would have been better. That's my personal opinion. So anyway, guys, this is just a first impressions video. This is a knife on pass around. I've used it very sparingly so far. It just came in today. Like I said, it's ground really thin behind the edge. It'll be a great slicer. Should be a great working knife. And it's got a good ergonomic handle for sure. But with these, we can't really do testing on these because these are pass-around knives. So you won't see a lot of cutting tests or anything like that with this guy. But I wish we could. I'll probably still pick one up maybe later when they're first initially announced or released. When they're released, I don't know. Sometime soon, I think. I think they were slated for maybe April or May. So we're in April now. Maybe it'll come later this month. But definitely going to be a popular model, and I highly recommend checking one out if you like button locks. But yeah, just know this is the only way to deploy the knife. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.